Stack it up, don't fumble. You just gotta stay humble. You ain't flip it till you make it double. Baby girl, I ain't got time to cuddle. I ain't lying to you, I just had none. They ain't give it, had to take some. I can tell you ain't all of a sudden. What the fuck, thought we came much struggle. But I know I gotta stand for some. I cannot settle for none. If you with me, then I love you. If you ain't, then it's fuck. I can't go out like a buster. Come from a family full of hustlers. I can't go out like a buster. Come from a family full of hustlers. I can't go out like a buster. Come from a family full of hustlers. I did it song for my...
Yo, welcome to episode 3 of Family Full of Hustlers podcast. This episode of Family Full of Hustlers has been brought to you by Brown Enterprises. $20 a month cable, every single channel you can possibly think of, HBO, Cinemax, HGTV, BET, all the regular networks, all the pay-per-view events, tons and tons of movies and TV shows on demand, installed directly on a Fire Stick, super easy to use, set up, only taking about 5 minutes. You can have access to cable. You can get rid of your cable bill and save a bunch of money just for paying $20 a month and access to all live TV channels. And secondly, Family Full of Hustlers DIY Business Building Credit ebook. It's been out for about a month and a half now. Really good book if you're looking to start the process of building business credit. Like I said, I say this all the time. If you have an LLC and you're not building business credit, you're just literally leaving money on the table. This book is going to teach you the step-by-step steps you need to take or instructions you need to take to start that process of building business credit, getting vendors accounting, and having them reporting back to the business credit bureaus and stuff like that. Okay. And last but not least, this episode is sponsored by who's your Kingdom Wealth? Huh? The logo, really good Kingdom Wealth.
FFOH graphics.
Yeah, right. Family Full of Hustlers graphic. We're actually running we're back into the graphic games. They were heavy design professional logos. Usually do about a 7 to 10 day turnaround for anyone who wants their business to stand out or their brand to stand out. If you're looking to start a business here soon or you're involved in something, we got the logos on deck. And that's any graphics it'll be logos, album covers, intros, the whole nine. Yeah, we got it covered. So getting into it, I think what we're going to discuss today, we made a little post about some topics we should discuss today. And one that came out I thought was very interesting was the dichotomy between being street smart and being book smart, right?
And put together in business. Shout out to Terrell Account. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing the last name, so I'm gonna just call him T-Count. Right out of Jacksonville. But yeah, that's my kind of topic though. Talking about how to tie together street smarts and book smarts into business is something that we know it's there, but it's kind of hard to really bring out.
Right. All right. I feel like the stuff that it takes to be successful dope boys, take over the hood, manage your money and grow your stuff, grow your little drug dealing enterprise. The same stuff to be very successful in that. It's the same stuff that requires you to be successful in any entrepreneur journey you take. You gotta have discipline. You gotta be able to work. You gotta be willing to work harder than everyone else. You gotta be able to grind when everyone else is asleep.
Communication, networking, knowing money. You know what I'm saying?
All the same.
All those skills.
That's why you see a lot of famous rappers that came from the dope game, like the Jay-Z's and the 50 Cents. They all killed it in the streets.
Right.
And
because to be really with you, it's product. That's all it is. It's literally just moving a product. We have this thing where society tells us that it's the wrong product to move. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's generating revenue. That's not to say what they're selling is good or bad, whatever. Right. But at the same time, like I said, it's just product. The same thing that we doing out here when you see people out here selling T-shirts or selling eyelashes or selling hair bundles or shoes or all these other people who really hustlers. You have product. So the same thing it takes that takes to survive in the streets is the same thing that it takes to move that product in a real business world.
Seriously, for some reason, this is maybe a personal opinion, so I might be reaching a little bit here, but I feel like a lot of the little upcoming people, they don't get into the drug and start selling drugs. Now in their mind, it's easy for them to sell a $20 bag of weed,
right?
But it's not easy for them to sell a $20 T-shirt.
You want to know why it is though? I think it's because when we grow up in a certain community, weed and drugs and certain stuff is easily accessible. Mm-hmm. We don't even know. It's way easier for me to find somebody who got weed than somebody who actually knows how to market a t-shirt brand or how to start out their own eyelash company. Or stuff that we see is like popular in terms of selling products.
Yeah, bro, and it really just goes back to like the lack of that type of like business and financial literacy like in our communities, right?
Yeah.
So like we don't know how to like start an LLC. We don't know how to like file an EIN number or apply for a business credit, different things of that nature. So we feel like all we really have is to sell drugs because we know that our uncle and maybe he can front us a pack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all in all, street smarts and book smarts, I do feel like you truly do need both to be successful because they're both going to kind of.
I think you need both to dominate.
Yeah.
Like, cause certain stuff to me, street smarts is the stuff that people can't necessarily teach you. Like, it's like stuff that you kind of just have to like. It's like intuition.
Yeah, like, a lot of it is, or just like even it's like how
it could be
the game has a code. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm about to say. Like the game has a code. Like this is why I say like when people come to me, man, with like my type of background, your type of background, they like, how do I get legit? And I'm like, bro, you already got it. Everything, all the answers you want, you already got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only difference is it's a different code. When you're talking about regular, like traditional business, whether it's open your own shop or whatever you're doing, in street business, it's the code. Like it's like certain things that you can and can't do in both settings.
And one thing I noticed that being in the streets and being in like I don't say corporate America, but being like an entrepreneur, the street side of my experience just taught me how to like judge people more like critically, like more like I scrutinize a little more over about who I deal with. Because I'm so used to getting fucked over by motherfuckers in the street. So like anyone who wants to do business with me, I look at them like almost under like a magnifying glass to make sure that this is someone I want to do business with. And that comes from the street, just being in an environment where you have to be so careful about who's in your circle and what you do and who's around you. That was one of the biggest experiences from like being in the game and being in the street that I was able to transfer over to business.
Right.
Another thing which I thought was interesting because the streets is pretty cutthroat, but like there's like a code of loyalty and like there's like a certain code, right?
Yeah.
That shit ain't in business. Business is way more cutthroat than the streets.
They don't give a fuck about you like in the corporate world.
Like they will legally fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like tell a little story, but remember like we fucking I ain't gonna say his name because he's a local entrepreneur right here. I don't give a fuck that, but I don't give a fuck about saying his name anyway. But dude like rented us a whole office space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A full lease is right behind Walmart here in Palm Coast. Awesome space. It was booming the U-Haul. A lot of it was like really like we had just started the market.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit on the first episode.
You know what I'm saying? It was going great. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, literally 4 signatures of the actual owner. We got a whole lease. You know what I'm saying? We signed the lease. All that. We did everything right. And in the end, we were still fucked. You know what I'm saying? And no one gave a fuck about it. Like, we had to get that shit and get the fuck out of there. Like, just way, like, corporate, business world is way more like cutthroat than the streets, in my opinion.
I think the thing is, in the corporate world, there's no physical consequence. There's no there's nothing that can really there is. I know
exactly what you mean.
You know, you can get sued, like stuff like that. But like, if you're in the corporate world, you can fuck somebody over. But if it looks good on paper, nobody can prove it.
Exactly. In the street, you don't think of slapping your fucking
right.
mouth. You know what I'm saying?
I can pull up on you. I can pull up on you. But and this is something I had to learn. Like transitioning from one like mentality to the next was like I can't snap on everybody. Like I can't, I can't just like go over here and like, yo, he's fucking me over on this deal. Let me go find out where this nigga at. I can't do that. You know what I mean? So you have to like transition in a way where you're thinking more about paperwork than your emotions.
And that's why it's important to have both of those both sides of the coin when it comes to like street smarts and book smarts, because like the bro said, you need both to dominate. You know what I'm saying? If you only have book smarts and don't have no street smarts, you may be more easily finessable. You know what I'm saying? If you only have street smarts and only book smarts, you may be a little too trusting. You may show a little much too loyalty to the wrong people. Right. And
we talked about this earlier. 50 Cent new book. He was talking about
Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter.
Yeah, like that. Like the book is called Hustle Harder,
Hustle Smarter.
Yeah. So that book right there is a perfect example of what we're talking about, because in the book he says some stuff like in in the streets, it gives you an advantage when you go into corporate world, because now it's like, I done seen everything that could harm me.
A lot of most of the worst shit already happened to me.
So people ask me like, how y'all so resilient? Because we done been through so much shit that we don't even get phased no more. But it's because we done seen so much leading up to it. It's like, bro, like it's $1, it can't hurt me. Like I can make it back. You know what I mean?
And I feel like it comes back more in the streets, because we know, like, hey, yo, grind. You know what I'm saying? Grind or die. Though.
Right.
You get knocked on your ass, get back up, get back to it.
You don't have no choice. There's no pillow. There's no cushion in the streets.
You have no time to mope, because if you know what I'm saying, if you mope in the street, bro, you're food, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
Like,
you get ate up
because
going
to eat you, bro.
Your mama can't save you. Your grandma can't help you. The police don't give a fuck about you. You get shot in the hospital. It is what it is. Like, there's no cushion out here. There's nobody out here who's gonna save you other than your crew, technically. And this is why loyalty is so important in the streets. And this is why I came up with the Familyfullofhustlers, because it represents like something that's like loyalty, like almost like a game where we can move in the corporate world. Like, we do everything together.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came in the game and started raising money for a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people who originally invested in it never even thought about the concept of being a real estate investor going into that. And it's not the fact that it's a hard thing to do, just like our community, when I say our community, I mean like a lot of the black community just isn't really taught this stuff, don't really have access to this type of information and stuff like that. So like that stuff sounds crazy to them. Like, people ask me all the time, because people have this idea that we make everything look very easy. It's easy to do, this is that. So people get stuff like, how'd you flip your first house, or how'd you get into real estate? And it really, bro, it's simple. I watch YouTube videos and I did what they told me to do until I flipped the fucking house. You know what I'm saying?
And even going into detail about how I found a deal, which ties to the streets. Like, when you're in the streets, you don't have to do a whole bunch of promo. People know you. Like, people kind of like, they can kind of figure out what you do, who you are, and like how you operate, right? So we did the same thing in the corporate world. The guy who sent us that deal knew about us from a Facebook group that I made.
Familyfullofhustlers.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like I was like we was actually searching for that particular deal. Of course we were looking for deals, but that deal just happened to come from somebody who just happened to know me. You know what I mean?
Happened to see my post.
Right, happened to see a post. You know what I'm saying? He was already in the group, and I was like, oh, it's the same dude. You know what I mean? So it's just leverage. So it's the same thing. Like, when you're trying to transition from the streets to corporate world, it's like using your personality, using what draws people into you. This is why in the streets people flash you. Like, it gets you attention. You know what I mean?
I want to bring a point of something. Like, I know it's probably a lot of dope with watching this right now. We got a lot of people in our followers that are still out there doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking it, bro.
Nah.
What I'm telling you, bro, like, bro, if you're not at least thinking of how to start transitioning this money and putting it into some legal platform, some entity, some LLC, bro, then like, you're kind of wasting your time. Because like, you can hustle all your life and never get caught. If you die, you can't. What, you gonna give you the drug shit up to your kids?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
You gotta be thinking like generational.
Right, you have to be thinking about, like, especially if you got kids. Like, if you got kids, you can't hustle for it, my dude.
Especially you like, I know a lot of who's really getting money out there. You know what I'm saying? 50, 60K started up. And I say, bro, and you need two stacks to really get a business off the ground. And really start generating some income. You know what I'm saying? And I think the biggest transition, or the biggest thing it is for like people who are in the streets heavily to convert over to legality is how slow the money is at first. You know what I'm saying? We used to get the money like this. You know what I'm saying? Flips quick. Right. So like when you gotta actually put a little money in it and grow, then you might not make the money. You might fail. You might try something else. I think that scares motherfuckers a lot of times, and they just feel like they just can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I think like it's just a transfer mentality. Like once it's certain stuff that you learn in corporate business that you're not taught in the streets. Like you know, in corporate business, we looking at, like, we talk about ROIs. People, we comfortable with, like, oh, we get 10% back.
Yeah, that shit sounds crazy in the domain. You spend $2,000 on a pound of weed and
you get $100 back. You
like, $100 back.
You like, come on now. But like in the corporate, $200. So like in the corporate world, you see those numbers, you like, it makes you think like more long term.
Yeah, because like 13% ROI and like in most like big investments is awesome ROI.
Right.
So it's also kind of like the breaking down of like how to like relook at, you know, what's a good investment, or like how to make money. You know what I'm saying? Because like the drug game can be really delusional. You know what I'm saying? That's all you know. That's my first business ever. That's all I knew for a minute. So like, man, I thought like all money came back with this. When I started an actual company, photography, kind of like, damn, like I'm out here sweating, taking pictures. I gotta edit these pictures.
I remember.
I just made $60.
Yo, and like the streets is way high risk. You know what I'm saying? It's way. I remember, bro. True story. I remember I was like 16. I lost like $500 in a dice game, bro. Lost like $500 in a dice game, bro. And then I had to like hustle to get it back. I made it back like maybe like 2 days. 16, and when you 16, $500 is a lot of money, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I started thinking like, yo, in the corporate world, you have to like imagine trying to start up a brand. You know, they said the average business don't even start profiting for about 90 days. You know what I'm saying? So that mentality is like so hard to like switch over. You know what I mean? Like that high risk. Like I legit gambled, lost some money, had to get the money back, pay back what I lost. It was like a whole bunch of extra shit. In business, you can't do that. It take time to like really gain momentum. You know what I mean?
We definitely pretty risk. What's the term? Risk averse when you like super like likely to take more risks. And I think that did transition from the street because I was also like, hey man, like if I fall on my ass, I can always get another pack and come back up, right?
Yeah, I swear to God, bro.
So like when I got into like I was transitioning into business, I was definitely a lot more riskier, and so some of the stuff I did because I was just so anxious to just like make that next flip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like now I'm a lot more calculated. And I'm not gonna lie, that book, that Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter book really like reignited me, dog. But like y'all haven't read or listened to that 50 Cent book yet, it is dope. It's perfect for this episode. It's like the perfect
it's a perfect
package of what it takes to go from streets to like corporate American book.
Exactly. It has to me it's like a lot of people they ask those questions. To me, that book in a sense is like a blueprint in a way.
Yeah.
Like even if you just look at the chapters, like it got one there like constructing your crew. What was it? Knowing your word.
Perception is reality.
Perception is reality. All of these things are stuff that we already do in the street. You're already doing this in the hood. The only difference is like doing it with a different code around people who might not look like you, or they might not have the same background. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about adapting when you get in those situations. Actually, it's funny because remember that the first hotel visit we had when we had in Jacksonville. The whole true story. When we went to go meet this guy, he was like a Jewish dude. I think he drove like an Audi or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know you're
talking about.
Bro was clean, bro. Not a lot of y'all not, bro. When we got there, I finessed the entire conversation. Most of the stuff that he was talking about, I was learning as he was saying to me. I was just like, I was legit just thinking right back to him.
$3.5 million hotel.
This is a $3.5 million hotel, y'all. And like, he's like giving me all these numbers, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, just looking at his body language, stuff that you learn in the hood. Like, you just watch his body language, knowing what he's saying. I could tell when he was lying or not. You know what I'm saying? So I just like start spitting the game back. You know what I mean? And they still send me deals to this day. We didn't end up closing on that deal because, like I said,
well, their financials fucked up.
Their financials fucked up, and I peeped that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I learned that from the hood. You know what I mean? You gotta check people's background before you start dealing with it.
Like I learned that, like someone's more likely to try to finesse me than not try to finesse me, right?
Yeah.
So, and that may not be necessarily true, but if you go in with that mentality, your likelihood of you being finessed goes down a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like even out in the streets, like uncle taught me that, like, yo, no matter what they driving, everyone's the police. You know what I'm saying? That Volkswagen the police, that van the police. If you think like that, bro, you stay safe. You know what I'm saying? So like in the corporate, in the business world, when I'm about to do business with someone, like especially at the new business I did, the first thing I'm looking at is like, okay, like do I trust this person? Do I think this person will fuck me over? Just from that, try to go from there. Sometimes you will make a decision and move forward and still get fucked over. You know what I'm saying?
Like, when I was growing up, man, my uncle used to tell me like, there's no such thing as like giving somebody trust. They gotta earn it from the beginning. Like from the day you meet somebody, you are not to trust them. You don't trust them until they earn that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have to have like whatever that thing that signifies trust to you. That's what you go off of.
Yeah, I think most people fuck because they do like the reverse. Like they start with like, I'm giving you all my trust and like it's up to you to fuck it up after that thing. By that time you don't got fucked. You know what I mean? Like, oh I'm not gonna trust that guy anymore. Like, yeah, like after your
Right.
money or your heart or your emotional time's been already spent.
Right.
Like,
And it's just like, and that's a part of like I said, like we were talking about the transition. It's like you don't want to go out here and start negotiating with people who have a lengthy background in a particular thing, whether it's real estate or even like car dealerships or whatever you're doing. It can even be e-commerce, whatever you're doing out here, man. You don't want to get in a situation where this person is more experienced than you and they know more than you and they can chump you. You feel me? You don't want to run into that. So you want to like make sure that your foundation is strong mentally and like, yo, I'm not giving nobody my trust. They have to earn it. They have to they gotta show me that they're willing to do business with. You know what I mean? Don't just jump out here and thinking everything is sweet. Like these people don't give a fuck about you. Like nobody's obligated to do so either. You feel me?
But like, go back. Hold on. What is it?
Oh, that's just people commenting on shit.
I want to go back to the fuck, you pull Facebook up with some other phone.
What's that?
I want to go back to the comments from the post.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
another
yeah.
topic I
Yeah.
haven't hit on.
I go on it right here. But just like, I think it was Josh Poole when he was talking about being trustworthy.
Exactly. All right, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it
Shout out to
was.
Josh,
Shout out to Josh.
We gotta get him on here eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he had that the other day.
But like, it's honestly, dog. I can't speak for everyone else, but for me, finding trustworthy business partner was such like a trial and error thing, and it just seemed that I kept just finding like bad partners. Like my first 2-3 times trying to do it.
Yeah.
The first time was someone who I admired. You know what I mean? Like it's a really good friend of mine. She came on to like kind of like be co-owner of my photography company, but she did like makeup and stuff like that. She came as like a makeup artist, so we kind of like joined our two things to pretty much start my company. But by the time she joined on, my business had already been like running for about 1.5 years. You know what I'm saying? So I brought her on, and I think everything would be great. And then like we clashed about a lot of stuff. Our work ethics were completely different. It got to the point that around the time I was just getting into forward. At the point I just didn't even want to deal with the business anymore. I just pretty much walked away from my own company just because of that bad experience. Which ironically, I wound up starting another company with 5 other partners, which also turned out to be a terrible decision. Not only a terrible decision, because I learned a lot from it, but it didn't work out the way we wanted to work out, and there was like everyone wasn't pulling their weight, motherfucker wasn't supposed to be doing, and it turned out like very, very shortly after starting that company, maybe about 30 days in, it was really just went from 6 founders to like 2, and it was just me and my boy Brock just out there grinding as hard as we can to keep the shit afloat. And about 6 months later, he had to get a full-time job, which kind of put me in a very bad position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
That's why I had to
put it
start.
all online. And
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
right quick.
So like I said, it was definitely a trial and miss with me. With bro, like, and after that, I was kind of like fucked up about like trusting business partners. Like, I can always bet on myself. Like, 50 said a lot. Like, I'd rather bet on myself than to bet anyone else. But I wound up meeting bro, and shit just worked out, bro. Like, he hustled the same as me, had the same mentality, from the same backgrounds, and neither one of us, like, when shit happens, we get punched in our mouth, we don't fucking cry, but we wipe the blood off and keep going. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And like, I think those similarities like allowed us to like really mesh. So I can't honestly say, I don't know. I don't know if I got lucky or it's because I kept trying or what it is, but it's very, very difficult to find really, well, it has been for me to find really, really good, reliable people to do business with.
Yeah, for real.
But I do have some now, like I said, I got Eric and my company manager JJ. Like, yo, like, it's hard. If I had 10 more JJs,
I think it's just
fucking millionaire.
Yeah, shout out to JJ, man. I think it's just trial and error, to be real with you. And like, I don't think there's like no certain way you can find like the right business partner. You know what I'm saying? Because you would think, because like the first instinct is to think, okay, this my best friend, it's my homie. We know him since like kids. You get in a business with him, it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? It could be a family member. You thinking they really into your vision. They really into what you're trying to do. Y'all on the same page, and then stuff get rocky. You realize that like they don't have the same resilience as you, and that might be the biggest difference. I think that if you got a partner with somebody, it's gotta be somebody that, right. They gotta match that passion. They gotta have the same mentality. Like, no matter what happened, like we're not gonna let this machine fall. And I think that's the thing right there.
50 had touched on that shit in the book. Not like go keep going back to the book, but he was talking about when he's about to work with someone, like he doesn't care about like too much their what they've done in the past. He mostly care about their actual passion in that particular fucking arena. You know what I mean? He doesn't care about how much they give a fuck about being good and being a professional and shit. Like he brought up a story about Robert De Niro. He's about to do a movie with Robert De Niro. It was like a small movie, and it wasn't really like super marketed. It wasn't super like promoted. And before Niro took the script, he actually called 50. He was like, "Yo, I know it's not really a big movie, but like, are you serious about this? Are you serious about this part?" You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it doesn't matter like how big or how small the project is. That passion got to be the same throughout, no matter like if you're performing for one person or 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Right. And those type of people, if you can get people to match your energy and match your passion like that, like I know, like you know what I'm saying, like something happens to me, bro can still carry the torch. You know what I'm saying? Like I had like no doubt in my mind.
Versa, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because like you talk about like, yo, you got that same passion. Like business is hard. Like there's a misconception that this is easy all the time. It's not. This shit is hard to start from ground zero and try to build an empire. It's hard as hell. Now, especially when you have a small team. You know what I mean? You have to work out like a lot of trial and errors. But anyway, the point what I'm trying to say is like it's that resilience factor. It's the major factor when you're talking about like partnering with anybody. Because like even right now I'm on Facebook Live. There's 2 people on my live. You know what I mean? For a lot of people, they get discouraged. Like, oh man, ain't nobody gonna listen to us. You know what I'm saying? But me having the passion to keep going, you know what I'm saying? It's what's gonna keep the brand growing. But now, in order for it to really grow, the person sitting on the left or right of me has to have the same mentality. You know what I'm saying? We can't be sitting like, oh man, it ain't gonna work out because we only got a couple you only got a couple sales, we only got a couple views, we only got a couple likes. This is a marathon. You know what I mean? Yeah,
and like right after resiliency is that big C word, consistency, man. Like you gotta be consistent in everything you do. That's the only way you're really gonna get that snowball rolling, dog, and that snowball building. I think people look at social media and they don't realize that the majority of anyone's trial and tribulations aren't going to be on social media. So you're going to see the majority of their wins, and it makes it seem like they just came out of nowhere and started doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I probably, before I had my first 6-figure year in business, which was last year, bro, it took me like 7-8 years to get there. I'm talking about having like $18,000 years, $15,000 years, like shit. I went from like my biggest year was like being 45,000 to like right under 200,000 last year. Right. I mean, this consistency just not stopping, bro.
It just gotta be consistent. And you know what's crazy though? Now we talk about that. I think that one thing that the difference between the streets and corporate taught me, corporate world taught me that 2, 3, 4, 5 years isn't a long time. It's not a long time. Shit flies by. You know what I mean? I moved to Florida 2 years ago? It don't even feel like 2 years. That's how we ended up linking up. We linked up to start a marketing company. And I swear, sometimes I'm like, yo, I've been here for 2 years.
And it still seems like that first year, bro.
It still feels like the first 6 months at a time. It's like stuff is just like constantly going and going and going and going. So it's like being like on like legit solid business and like trying to do like really big deals. You know what I mean? Like even with the crowdfunding, it's gonna take me a year to even get my payout. You know what I'm saying? I only get paid from that deal for another year. You know what I'm saying? So that taught me like, yo, like this is a real like long-term game. This isn't like in the streets you thinking week by week or flip by flip. You're not thinking like you're not thinking next year exactly like what's your goal, where you're gonna be,
or even that year. You know,
or even that year.
Okay, if I made if I profit $10,000 a month, I can make $120,000 a year.
Right.
I mean,
you're not thinking like that.
You
know what I mean? And I think that's a really big difference. It's like understanding that time, like life is longer than we think. You know what I mean? Like, but we have this mentality when we're trying to like this microwave society of like trying to get rich quick. Trying to get success quick. It poisons our mind to think like, yo, like to think 5 years is a long time, bro.
It does. Like even when I remember when I first started grinding, it's like, man, it's taking me forever to get to like some real money. And I look back, I was like, nigga, like 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta show consistency. Bro. Like, it's not just gonna hop out there and happen. Like,
That ain't
It
shit.
might happen in the first year, might happen in the second year, might happen in the third year.
Right.
Might happen in the fourth year. Are you still passionate to go hard on that fifth year?
Not for real.
Well, if that fifth year don't happen, you still going hard on that sixth
And you
year?
know me, I love sports. So
Right.
I look at life. Like, look at MJ. MJ didn't win his first ring until the year 6. You know what I mean? You talking about three years of getting swept. Then like
Getting smashed.
then getting smashed, like just getting dominated, getting his ass beat for 5 straight years, then finally winning in his 6th year. It's like you gotta think of like how even before that he went to college for a couple years. So you gotta think of how long that journey was. You talking about a decade of playing basketball. Your ultimate goal, you didn't get it to year 6. Like
That's what I'm saying. You gotta be like another one. I even like a local example. Dog. My homeboy Phil Rowe, the Fresh Prince, man. He sent the UFCs and fighter, MMA fans, stuff like that. Like I remember in the beginning of Phil's career, like he lost a lot of fights. You know what I'm saying? He just like a lot of jiu-jitsu internally just kept going. And I don't know, probably been at least like 5, 6, 7 years now, and I can't remember the last time he lost a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that was something I said the other day. Like, damn, when last time Phil actually lost?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like he put in the work and the consistency, and like you know what I'm saying, he got punched him up, he got up. You know what I'm saying? And just kept coming back.
Right.
So now motherfuckers probably look at Phil like, damn man, Phil's so fucking bad and shit, but they don't give enough credit to all those fucking years and nights and days of
like
training and the work he put in.
Right. It's like even it's funny because you would think that that the book smarts would transition into that. Because you gotta think like you in high school for 4 years before you got to college. You talking about you could be some people know what they want to do with their lives in high school.
Yeah,
right?
real.
But you can't even start until you get a bachelor's. So we talk about 4 years of high school, then another 4 for college. That's if you just get a bachelor's. That don't even count if you're trying to do you're like graduate.
Right.
That doesn't even count. So we talking about like all those years. You would think that like people will understand like, yo, that time flies by.
Quick, man.
It flies by so quick, but we so used to like we want it now. When it comes to like the actual money, that we just like we forget that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gotta wrap up here in a second, but I wanna point out another thing, man. Just like just mentality wise, you gotta like redefine like the shit you tell yourself, like the little shit, like saying shit like, you know what I'm saying, like damn, this shit's always hard for me, or life is short, you know what I'm saying? Like all that type of shit, just like it doesn't bring the right energy, I feel like, into your aura all the time. And it kind of gives you kind of like a disadvantage of people who are thinking a lot more clearly and a lot more focused and shit.
Right.
So like you gotta redefine those little truths and shit you believe. That like you know what I mean? Like one very specific business truth I know in my mind, that the 90 day plan, right? I know if I start a new business, whatever it is, if I want to jumpstart or like even like increase sales of my live TV company, whatever it may be, I know if I just focus on that shit and do the same thing for 90 days straight, that it is going to pop. Actually, MLM taught me that, even though I fucking hate the MLM industry, but like that 90-day blast shit, that shit's fucking legit. So now I know in my head, that's one of my truths, that damn, like I know if I just do this shit for 90 days, it's going to fucking start rolling.
Yeah, consistency, like that's for like it's like I seen some video before, and it was like one of those like long motivational videos. You know how I got like a whole bunch of like different images and different people and showing they talking and whatever. And it had like this dude, and he's like hitting this wall like over and over again with like this little ass hammer. But like, and it was pretty much just a metaphor, an analogy for saying like, if you keep at it for a long enough time, you're gonna be able to knock that wall down. You know what I mean? And that's just what consistency is. Like, if you consistently do something over and over and over again, you increase your odds. That's what it's about. And then not only do you increase your odds, your skill gets better. You gotta think, like, the first time you do something, the first time you shot a basketball or rotor bat, or maybe probably trying to pitch a sale, you probably trash at that shit. But by the 100th time of doing it over and over and over, you got muscle memory. You start to get stuff that like you didn't even know you had. You start to even know that you even had gifts that you didn't know you had.
Facts though. I remember it used to take me like, I had to talk to 100 fucking people a day to get like maybe 2 or 3 people to just try my shit out for free, my live TV. You know what I'm saying? Now, bro, I closed like 3 sales a day. We don't even do free trials no more. Just because like I spoke to them so much. When someone hits me up, I just know exactly what questions they're gonna ask me.
Yeah.
I know exactly what they're thinking. I know exactly if they're gonna buy up. So I know how to like. I know exactly if they're gonna buy or not buy. If they're gonna bullshit me or not.
Right.
Then just from experience of just dealing with it so much. So now I can go in, or JJ can go in. We can close sales like it's fucking nothing. Like our confidence through the roof. Like we don't let people scare us into doing shit we don't want to do. Like, well, this person has for $15 and yours is $25. Well, hey, go to them.
Right. That's some street shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's some street shit. Like, bro, you're not about to chump me into doing something I don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I said what I said. That was it. My price is my price, bro.
Motherfuckers gonna be like, damn, bro, like I paid such and such for this and yours to this.
I don't care what you pay for
like, at all, bro. Like,
fuck, go back to them if that's the case, then.
But that did come with consistency because in the beginning, like you kind of like, damn, man, I don't want to lose this sale. Oh fuck, you may, you know what I'm saying, take half the money that you would normally take just to get that fucking sale, and that guy might not even appreciate it. You may still cancel the money after that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit be, bro.
That's a gem right there. Don't get so desperate for sales that you diminish your own value.
For real, like all money ain't good money, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I used to. My daddy used to tell me that shit when I should be in the streets. And I was like, shit, me, nigga. Like, all of this shit. But nah, I know what the fuck he means now, bro. Like, all money isn't good money, bro. Even recently, like, I've been losing a lot of customers who have been saying a lot of, like, racist statements and shit on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's difficult to deal with because I'm going to check them. You know what I'm saying? Right. But at the end of the day, I don't need your money in order to be successful, right?
I'm not gonna bend my integrity
or my morals to like just so I can get $30. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not okay with that.
It's a billion people. It's billions of people,
and bro. And now it's up to like $500 in residuals a month that I'm lost from that. But on the same token, bro, I'm asked to doing great. That's how the world works. I've been getting like 2-3 sales a day. Yeah. So that's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it is what it is. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to lay down your morals for anybody. That's the coolest thing about running your own business, bro. Yeah. You can do what you want to do for the most part.
Nobody can tell you how to maneuver, what to move. The only thing they can tell you what to do is fucking the government when it comes to pay taxes or some shit.
Yeah, you have to come with those.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But other than that, it's not a consumer out here that can tell you how to maneuver your business, how to talk to your customers.
Now, that customer's always right for the bullshit.
You know what I mean? Do whatever the fuck you want to do, but just understand that it's a consequence. It's pros and cons to doing whatever you want to do.
Actions. Like, you know what I mean? You know, if you want to be a brash business owner who curses a lot, you know, super opinionated, do what the fuck you want to do, it's really, really brash, you may turn some people off of that.
Yeah, I know. I turn a lot
of people off. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? You don't turn some other people who will be turned on to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I first got into I would say about 4 years ago, I was trying to be more of a professional entrepreneur, so I kept my head shaved.
I was trying to clean
I tried all of that shit, bro, and I wasn't happy, bro. I always felt like I was getting judged by these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what I hated that. I went to a networking. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
So I went to a networking event in Charlotte one time, bro. Not a lot. I'm probably the only black person there, and not only that, I'm the only black male there. So I'm like looking around, and I'm thinking I'm dressed up, but I see them, and I'm like, they're like, I really feel kind of out of place. And no lie, it was an older black dude that told me, he's like, yo, if you wanna make it, you gotta switch it up. Like you gotta do something with your hair. You gotta like clean it up. Like they don't want to see all that fake hair. You gotta cover.
Now to a degree, I am not saying that he's not telling the truth. Because he's right. Because like in order to like, you can navigate, I guess, different crowds a little better by taking.
There's a place for everything. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Me
personally, bro, like I'm more of a rebellious bro, and like since I said fuck that shit, I make way more money. Like I grew my dreads back. I wear Jordans every day.
I seen that.
Now I do what the fuck I want to do, bro, and like money's still there because like think about it. Who gives a fuck about, you know what I'm saying, like how you look if you own fucking 10 houses?
Right. Bro,
you can buy these houses but that's negative you want. You still got to last.
I talk to people all the time. They're like, man, I want to get out here. I want to start flipping houses. I want to do what you do. I'm like, bro, like you don't see me every day. Bro, I got a white tee on, ones on damn near every other day.
Bro, every day, bro. Ones right now, bro. You know what
every day we got ones on every day too.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just cooling. I don't want to look like something I'm not to get something that I want.
Exactly.
That doesn't even make sense. Like if I want to do a deal, why should I have to appeal to you when I'm the one trying to direct the deal? That's what y'all have to understand. You want to demand control whatever room you in. You want to demand control, demand that energy to where they are bending to your will. I'm not about to bend your way, and I'm coming to do some business with you.
Yeah, and I'm not saying just walk around with a wrinkled fucking shirt.
Yeah,
but
clean.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to like put yourself in that box in order to get to the next level.
Right.
That's essentially what I'm saying.
Right.
You know? I actually just had a business mentor hit me up to actually record a podcast. Like, yo, sorry, stop saying niggas. You know what I mean? Like, it's unprofessional, and he's probably right. I probably turned some people off, and I respect him dearly, so I took what he said into consideration and shit. Yeah. But at the end of the day, bro, it's like, I don't know.
Well, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, it's like conform to what society tells me is right and wrong. When that shit changes day by day, let's be real with y'all. It changes day by day. There was a time where we couldn't be as opinionated as we are now.
Right.
Social media makes it everybody got a fucking opinion about everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that changes day by day in terms of like conforming to other people. So it's like, okay, conform and not be happy and not feel comfortable, or not conform and win. We had 40 minutes.
All right. Yeah. But we just want to hop on real quick and bring y'all episode 3. Shout out to THROWBACK ALERT for that topic. I think it was a really, really good topic that we needed to touch on. And I couldn't agree more with what bro said. Like, in order to dominate, you definitely need both street smarts and book smarts to really get out there and take over, bro. Because it's going to allow you to like navigate way more circles.
Right. Use the street smarts to keep you in the game, keep you resilient, and use the book smarts to keep you lasting long. That's what you want to do.
All right. Last but not least, don't remember like the $19. We still got the DIY business credit and personal credit book. This comes with step-by-step instruction on how to build your business credit as well as personal credit. And we also, me personally, did a actual video series walking you through step-by-step how to do all of this shit.
It has all the apps, the accounts, the templates that I use to restore my own personal credit. Exactly. So definitely go hop on that.
Yeah. What else? Oh, logos.
If you guys are looking for any logos, websites, or anything like that, feel free to DM Familyful Hustlers on Facebook or on IG.
Or just hit us on
just hit
Facebook Messenger. All right, I appreciate you guys tuning in today. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you guys next week.
And we out.
Go out like a buster, come from a family full of hustlers. I can't go out like a buster, come from a family full of hustlers. I did this song for my brother.